Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi everyone, the excitement has really picked up now and I'm eager for the action to start.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So straight into the action. Nice sequence of passes, this.
Good ball over the top.
Van der Sar breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. He's having a hit! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Now it's Bruno Fernandes.
Well, for any attacker facing him, Peter, trying to force your way through Rio Ferdinand must be a daunting prospect.
Well, he is one of the great English defenders of his generation.
Quite, Peter. His playing style boasts good speed and technique, a superb reading of the game. He hardly had to tackle. That in itself can be seen as quite an achievement.
By TiNo. That's a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage and it's time for them to use it.
So it's going to be another corner. Manchester United have their second corner now. And he's taking no chances there. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Adriano. Now it's Messi. Not a bad start to the game, a chance at either end already. Thuram has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Now it's Hullet. Still goalless at the moment. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Van Bronckhorst. He's gone forward. Adriano. Van Bronckhorst. Roberto Carlos gets into a good position.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Well, that pass surprised everyone and not in a good way. That's a little off target. Good ball, good take.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
No, he's not getting past him there. Van Bronckhorst really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
And this is takes a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, can he get onto this? Can he spark a counter here? Bruno Fernandes, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. Aims beyond the defence. And it's Roberto Carlos. Thuram. Xavi Alonso. And this is Ibrahimovic. Roberto Carlos. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Van Bronckhorst has a look and plays it forward. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Vieira. That's a cute ball. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Thuram. Manchester United do have a chance to counter here. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, he's found support out wide. Mohamed Salah finding himself... Bullish header! Superb goal!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him.
A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
That's the end of the first 45. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Cameroon finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. The second half is up and running.
Cameroon really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything. Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Azar. And the through ball. Varane gets over and intercepts. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now it's Hullet. Played into space. Oh, that's a very... Messi! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Van der Sar trying to keep this in. Corner number 2 then. Van Bronckhorst! And that is doing no harm at all. Thuram gathers from the goal kick. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape. Certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems...
Ibrahimovic, he's through on goal here. Oh, it's gone in!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake.
There's the header! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Mohamed Salah. Oh, facing up to his adversary. Oh, he's all alone. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And here's Ibrahimovic. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, well played, well sorted out. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Le numéro 11. Pour le remplacer, le numéro 22, Ronaldinho.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And he plays one through. Cantona, he's got away, opts to play it back. Ronaldinho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Cameroon, perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Carlos really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Well, that's a dangerous ball. Strokes it back. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Cameroon have a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken. Roberto Carlos with a real chance here. Cantona goes for a shot, and again! And that's in! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Cameroon cut their deficits and look raring to go. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of the law. He's got to go.
Good challenge. Excellent challenge.
Oh, makes every duel look like a total mismatch.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. This might spell danger. Rooney.
Manchester United clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Bale. Good read, needed to be.
Manchester United really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic. Guardiola is the team's great visionary.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Roberto Carlos. Ball comes in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Cantona might just make this. Cameroon are... Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Cameroon were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in... Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here, it really is.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So things are underway. He's gone forward. Cruyff. It's a searching pass.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Messi. Nicely shaped ball. Chance, surely! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous. Bruno Fernandes! Bruno Fernandes with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
And he's got away from him. And the pass is intercepted. Nice looking ball. And he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Searching pass he's played there. And no, that was never going to make it.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Bruno Fernandes.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
Oh, that's a key interception. Cameroon leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Bruno Fernandes. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Bruno Fernandes.
Manchester United definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Maldini. And it's Bruno Fernandes. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Maldini. Gullit is onto it in a flash. That's good vision. Well timed, excellent interception. Vieira. That looks a cracking ball. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Davids.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Xavi Alonso, and that is a little undercooked. Davids. Messi. 30 minutes gone. Passing is crisp and sharp, played with finesse. And this is Gullit. Crossbar comes to the rescue. No, he didn't quite meet it right. And it's Gullit. Pepe wins the duel this time. Vieira. Xavi Alonso, always wanting the ball, always wanting to do something different with it. And the shot! Rummenigge. Nicely aimed pass.
Cameroon really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Messi. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Gullit. Van Bronckhorst. Now he's got space here. Can he get onto this? Vieira conjures time and space where few can. Xavi Alonso. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. The ball has bounced loose now. Messi, who's set up one goal so far. Short changes him with that pass. And it's half-time. Been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. So your views on the first half?
Cameroon really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient, just wait for that chance to break again.
Cameroon can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. So right back into the action.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going. Rooney really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Played into space. Oh, that's fabulous. And the finish! It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Gullit. Good read, needed to be. Xavi Alonso. Ferdinand. Vieira. Xavi Alonso is always scanning the pitch for targets.
We're in for an intriguing second half now, contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Manchester United appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Messi. Well, played right into his path. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Cruyff was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Van Bronckhorst picks it up out wide, and it's turned away. And they're back on the ball again. Rummenigge has found the net here, of course. Bruno Fernandes, and he's intervened well there.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Ferdinand. Over to the other side. To Thuram. Passes coming off in quick succession here. He is just caressing the ball. Pepe. Thuram. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Rooney. Can he finish? Goal! Manchester United! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Le numéro 11. À sa place, le numéro 22. Ronaldinho.
So we have movement on both benches. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them haul themselves right back into it.
Decent chance!
Cameroon really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Not the most convincing of passes.
Bale clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
And he's forced to go back. That's an imaginative pass.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Cameroon could be just about done here.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
And he's managed to get free. He's in a great position here. All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. Oh, the protests are futile. The decision is made. Late drama. So this to extend their lead. And he's missed altogether.
Not the best spot kick I've ever seen, but they've got to keep their heads up and chase this game.
Thuram.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job
Il
done.
y aura 2 minutes
Well,
de
that
temps
tackle was
additionnel.
immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Azar, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Nice defending, it's got the job done. And the counter is on. And it's Roberto Carlos. And that will be the final act. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost... Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
And the mood is boisterous, it is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Cameroon can try it again now. Keeper has taken decisive action. And now a sudden chance to counter. No, that's been intercepted. Davids. Now it's Rooney. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Rummenigge. Thuram gives no quarter whatsoever. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. And he was quick to react.
When you have Edwin van der Sar in goal, it's like having an 11th outfield player. He can make every kind of save and get his team on the front foot.
Has a great gift for distribution, doesn't he? Almost assists.
Exactly, he's a play-making goalkeeper who likes to trigger attacks as soon as the ball ends up in his possession.
Bruno Fernandes. Patience, the overwhelming virtue in this game so far. Now he's got space here, neatly clipped into space. Bruno Fernandes. Terrific effort! Goal! Manchester United! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Cameroon are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Vieira makes a dash for it. Great vision. Knocks it into space. That is a brilliant interception. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Manchester United clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Messi.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
That's an excellent interception. Xavi Alonso. Manchester United are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Ferdinand. Rummenigge. Nicely weighted ball. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Rummenigge gets into a good position. Oh, good-looking ball. Cruyff conjures time and space where few can. Passing is crisp and sharp. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Cameroon clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Messi. Van Bronckhorst.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
This looks promising. And he shoots! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Cantona really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, the goalkeeper's a lucky boy there.
Pepe. And it's Roberto Carlos. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Van Bronckhorst really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Roberto Carlos with the foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, if he truly fancies his chances from here, he's going to need the best of the best.
Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Oh, that's well spotted. Nesta. Xavi Alonso, always wanting the ball, always wanting to do something different with it. And Van Bronckhorst. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Davids. Tries to play it through. Maldini. And that is the end of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Cameroon come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Cameroon really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Now it's Rooney. Oh, super find. A lot. Can he finish? They want to be quick to recover this. Cantona. Now he's off and running. Rooney. And here's Ibrahimovic. And here's Rooney. Rooney! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Changement pour le Cameroun. Le numéro 4.
So we have movement on both benches.
Le numéro 32. Changement.
Van Bronckhorst. Thuram is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Cameroon still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Varane calmly anticipates. Now it's Vieri. Can he spark a counter here? Can he get it through? And a chance! And no mistake! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
A header! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Vieira. Cameroon are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Maldini. Oh, played through for the wide man. And the counter is on.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, easy pickings there. Now, what about a counter-attack? Hazard. Kvaratskhelia is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Thuram defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And this is Vieri. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now that looks a decent ball. Has a look up and delivers.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Showing good feet. Van Bronckhorst.
Well played and well cleared. Cameroon really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Manchester United appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Le numéro 19, Messi. Le numéro 11, à leur place, le numéro 22, Ronaldinho. Le numéro 9.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. He won't be happy with that one. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Pullet. Vieira. If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. Hazard proves just a little bit too strong. Guardiola. Pullet is carrying after that one. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Deep into stoppage time. Oh, what a ball! He's had a shot! Manchester. There you have it. The referee says that time is up. Cameroon perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things already rolling. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Bruno Fernandes has impressed me a lot. I mean, a few years ago he was the highest scoring midfielder in Europe with 33 goals in all comps, and we aren't even talking about his assists. His record of direct goal involvement is quite phenomenal.
Yeah, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Passing is crisp and sharp. Looking to play him in. Shoots! Van Bronckhorst. Pullet is onto it in a flash. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack.
Oh, good effort! firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Ronaldinho. Oh, that's clever. Vieira. Cameroon yet to have an attempt on goal. And this is Mohamed Salah. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Roberto Carlos has the space to scheme. Roberto Carlos is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Xavi Alonso, the arch schemer, always looking to get the team going. Passes short and sharp. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Roberto Carlos. It's a pretty loose pass. Maldini. And now the breakaway. Thuram calmly anticipates. Roberto Carlos.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Great vision. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, good climb! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Cruyff. And this is Cruyff. Cameroon claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And there's green grass ahead of him. It's Ibrahimovic! He won't be happy with that one. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. And the counter is on. Vieira. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Ronaldinho. And the through ball. Oh, such a clever touch. Ronaldinho! Cameroon have their second corner now. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. That is ended up in no man's land. Mohamed Salah, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. So the last big chance perhaps before half-time. He leaps for it! Marvellous goal!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too, and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking now.
It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that though, and somehow he found... And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And he's going to have his name taken. Edmilson. Ronaldinho. Zanetti delivers.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
And this could be the final action of the first half. And for the first half, that is that. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. Cameroon finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And so the action is resumed.
Cameroon can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Tries to pass it through, and the shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So their fourth corner of the game. Header! But he's left disappointed.
Edmilson is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
And he's forced to go back. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Vieira can so cleverly bypass the press. And it's Rooney. Xavi Alonso. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Now it's Cruyff. Xavi Alonso, who does have an assist to his name. Well read, nice interception. Played with speed from back to front. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. So Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably. Cameroon really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Oh, great leap! Goal! And this is getting better and better. Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Changement pour le Cameroun. Le numéro 9.
So we have movement on both benches. Manchester United are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders. It's a very different game now.
A header! Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Zanetti promptly onto that, and that is that. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Cameroon are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Thuram did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Messi, and he plays one through. He's shifting through the gears here. Pass is just off target.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Zanetti gets over and intercepts. Pull it. Nedved.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And this is Hullet. He's got away. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's Messi. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. That's a good ball. And it's Adriano! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
That's more like it. They have to force the issue, and that's the way to do it.
À sa place, le numéro 3.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Davids. Vieira. Nedved. Well, they could break here. To Maldini. Hazard. Spread neatly. Nedved! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
TiNo gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. That has not gone well. Cruyff. Messi. Zanetti. And it's Guardiola. Ferdinand cuts it out. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those